Today on this episode of Miami Geeks, we're going to be talking about Bethesda joining the Xbox family and what does it really mean for Sony, as well as Marvel Spider-Man 5 Remaster will not get a physical release, and Halo Infinite delay has allowed the 343 Industries to add new features to the Xbox exclusive. All this and much more, guys, on this episode of the Miami Geeks. Stay tuned. Yo, welcome back to a brand new episode of the Miami Geeks Weekly Updates, brought to you by DigitalCrackNetwork.com. I'm your host, Punch305, and with me as always, old school gaming specialist, Uncle Willy.
Oh boy, talk about a manic Monday.
Right? Bro, I mean, all hell went loose today and this morning. And I was just like, well, of course I had crust in my eyes and I couldn't believe what the hell's going on. But before we get to that subject of news, this segment is brought to you by D2D. Use promo code MIAGeeks10 to save 10% on your next purchase order. That's MIAGEEKS10, all in caps. Everything's in the description down below, guys. Copy the promo code, click on the link, put it in your shopping cart. Boom, that's 10% saved right there, guys. And also, we have timestamps underneath the descriptions in case if you guys you want to skip some stories or whatnot and so forth. By all means, you got them right there for your pleasure. But if you want to sit down and listen to everything we got to talk about, that's even better for you because you get to hear all our antics, our shenanigans. I said it. Be careful.
Yes, I know. Don't worry.
Bah. But you guys can sit there and listen to everything we got to talk about and join in the conversation as well. And as always, guys, make sure to hit like, comment, subscribe, hit that notification button just to know when we come up with these amazing news, which is 3 times a week. 2 gaming, 1 movie. And now, I have to make an announcement, which I have to give a huge shout out to one of our followers, actually, Never Conform Gaming, which they're awesome, man. They're Miami based, and we talked like all day today. We're just chit-chatting about what's going on. We even talked about, I'm sorry to bring it up, the Dolphins. And as much as a Dolphin fan I am, it's just not looking nice. I mean, I'm already saying it that the human malware attacked the Dolphins today as well. Well, they already attacked them this whole season, because it's not looking pretty.
Why you have to bring up the Dolphins, man? I was happy.
I'm sorry.
I will say that they at least, kept fighting. So, they didn't give up and they didn't lay down and die during the game.
Yeah.
They were still killed, but at least they had a sword in their hands when they died. God damn it.
Okay. I'll give them that much, Willie. I'll give them that much. But still, the guy from Never Conform Gaming, we talked about that and so much more. And I just want to give them a quick shout out. And if you guys see them, make sure to give them a what's up, follow, send them a message, let them know that Punisher 305 sent you guys. And let's make this community bigger. Like I've been telling you guys, our goal is to make Miami known for being a hot spot for gaming. Which, yeah, we hear a little noise here and there and whatnot, but not a lot. I want to make sure that we make some noise like Miamis do, okay? Like the Miamians that we are, Hialeah, Miami, West Palm Beach, all that, we got to make some noise.
That's right. Go out there, grab your mufflers, and hit them.
Yeah. Pots and pans, baby. Bang, bang, bang,
Pots
bang.
and pans. No, I'll never forget the muffler.
It's that, bro. I'm not gonna. I don't want to judge, but
2006
that
NBA
muffler.
Finals, 49th Street. A guy in a pickup truck smacking a muffler. He didn't have pots and pans in his house.
Bro, I saw that. That's the thing. I saw it, and I kept looking at him. I'm cheering because I'm like, yeah, but I kept looking. I'm like, why a muffler?
Listen. Hey, that right there, you improvise, you adapt, and you overcome.
Damn,
you don't
right.
have a pot and pan. Maybe your wife won't let them won't let you take them out of the house. That's all right. I got a muffler in the back. Let's grab that bitch.
Hialeah, baby. That's how we roll.
That's how Hialeah does it. We don't make
Man.
excuses.
We don't. We make it happen. That's how it is.
I say we like I still live there.
Well, you're still here, so no matter how you look at it,
I'm next door. Door.
You're fine. Don't worry about it. But guys, today was an amazing news. I'm not even sure if we want to say historical, but it's huge. It's
pretty
and of
historical.
course, well, yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm not even sure if it should be considered historical, but it is huge news. And it's Bethesda joining the Xbox family. Critically acclaimed creators of Elder Scrolls, Fallout, Wolfenstein, Doom, Dishonored, Quake, Starfield, and other freaking games, they joined the Team Xbox. Today is a special day for Xbox, and as they welcome the most of the accomplished studios in the game industry of Xbox to thrill the announcement of Microsoft has entered into an agreement with freaking ZeniMax Media, excuse me. Dude, I'm still Willie, talk to me, because right now I'm still like in this awe state that I'm not even sure what's going on anymore. I'm not sure if this is real life.
I wanna clarify one little thing.
Yes, sir.
Because you said that Bethesda joined the Xbox family. No,
Technically,
they were acquired. $7.5 billion. Yeah, that's not, you married into the family. No, you were bought. Someone went to the video game orphanage and threw $7.5 billion on the headmistress's desk and said, "I want that child."
Technically, but look, let's put it this way. Let's put it this way. If someone gave us, the Miami Geeks, $7.5 million to join Xbox, I'm like, well, I guess we're Xbox, guys.
They could probably, right now, with my current financial situation, they could probably do it for $7.50.
Hey, we're Xbox family, guys.
But $7.5 billion?
Billion? Oh, yeah.
Billion with a
billion.
B.
Huge B, actually.
That's a lot. Now, and I got some thoughts about that, but there's one thing I got to say first.
Go.
Xbox did it.
Yeah.
They pushed the Whopper button.
Oh, my God. Not the Whopper button, bro.
Roll the clip.
Tell the crew to push the Whopper button.
It never gets old. It never gets old.
Hey, Phil Spencer, I can already imagine him right there. Grabbed the microphone and told the crew, push the Whopper button.
Yeah, he did. Bro, I'm going to tell you right now, this is a big shocker because of, I'm going to be honest, and you know it for a fact, we gave Xbox a lot of shit because they've been kind of like passive, like, whatever, this is what we're doing. Okay, whatever. Oh, yeah, here's the Xbox Series X. Yeah, whatever. It does that. Oh, look, we just shot out the prices of both systems by accident. Oh, well. They were just like that, so nonchalant about it. And then now this came up. I'm like, the fuck the hell happened?
We did not. We saw the size, but not the shape of the plan.
No.
We saw
Indeed.
the size, but not the shape. And I've got some thoughts about this.
All right, go ahead.
I'm looking at. Seriously, after Agent Joe posted this on our chat.
Okay.
I had 3 thoughts. First one was, this is awesome for Xbox because now they have a heavyweight studio that they can offer, assuming that they're not going to pull the same shit they did with Obsidian and make the Outer Worlds multi-plat. But they can now go and say, we have Xbox Game Pass Ultimate. You can play all our first-party games. You can play a pretty good selection. I was looking at the PC, the PC list earlier. Mm-hmm. A pretty good selection of third-party titles. Soon, they're going to be adding EA into the mix and having EA games in it. And now, I wouldn't say the crowning achievement because they can still do more, but now they can have Bethesda games in there.
I mean,
now Bethesda games, day and date, you can have them on Xbox Game Pass Ultimate when they release. That's a big thing, and
it is pretty huge. You're right.
I bet Big Lou is doing backflips.
Okay, but here's my thing, Willie, and I know you're gonna say the 3 things right now what you want to bring up, but as a gamer, as a podcaster, as a human being, what does this mean for us?
Well, that's what I was going to get at.
Okay, do it.
It's a win for Xbox fanboys like Big Lou and my son, who still loves Xbox. But it's a loss for customers in general. And I think nobody embodied that more than Agent Joe today when he sat there and he actually wrote down, shit, now I have to consider buying an Xbox. With Bethesda being an Xbox studio now, you would assume that all their games become Xbox exclusive. That's great if you have an Xbox, and it's great if you have a PC. But it absolutely sucks if you have a PS5, a PS4, or a Nintendo Switch.
Yeah.
That's the bad part of these acquisitions. As a business move, it's brilliant. You bolster your own library while simultaneously crippling your competitors. But as a customer, now you have to sit there and consider, well, what console do I buy now? If Bethesda is a company whose work you really enjoy, you now have a very compelling reason to buy an Xbox Series X. If you're a Sony fanboy or a person, okay, let's not say fanboy because that is a little reductive. If you're a person who's a fan of Sony games, if you're a fan of the Sony PlayStation brand, you have to admit that your brand took a bit of a hit.
Yeah, yes, big time, dude.
You still have God of War Ragnarok coming. You still have Spider-Man Miles Morales coming. You still have Horizon Forbidden West coming. You still have a whole bunch of really quality first-party titles that you cannot get anywhere else. But now, once pretty well-known and liked third-party studio just got yanked out from under you. And it asks the question, it begs the question, is Microsoft done?
I don't even know, man.
What if they all of a sudden go and what if they go and pull the ultimate coup, and all of a sudden decide that they're gonna buy CD Projekt Red?
Poof.
It's
Wow.
not gonna affect Cyberpunk because Cyberpunk is multi-plat and it's not gonna go anywhere. But if there's a Witcher 4,
no, I'm telling you, man, that's a huge question to think about.
And you have to think about it because Microsoft has answered the question that we all had, which was, what the hell are they doing? It didn't seem like they were competing in the same league as Sony was, because Sony was turning out all these brilliant first-party games, all these brilliant first-party games that were making a very compelling reason to buy a PlayStation console. And Xbox was like, yeah, but we have really cool services. And, we'll sell you games whether it's on our current console or on the next console. And we were like, what are they thinking? Well, now we know what they're thinking. They are, in my eyes, no longer a console manufacturer. They're a platform holder.
Mm-hmm.
They are 100% a platform.
I agree.
They'll sell you the console, and if you want to play, a extra crispy 4K graphic Doom, you'll be playing it on the Xbox
or PC.
Well, but I'm saying as far as a console.
Okay.
Even though PC sort of kind of is in the same thing, it's not. Console and PC, you gotta treat as two separate things. But you can play their games on both. And now when Game Pass Ultimate starts doing their mobile service more, you'll be able to play it on the go. So it kind of hits at what the Switch does. Although the Switch is a much better way to play games than on your phone.
Yeah,
but that's
big time. That's a huge plus right there.
Now we're seeing that Microsoft is willing to compete as a platform, and it's willing to throw ungodly sums of money at the problem. Now they can go and find any other studio. Just throw a dump truck full of money at them and say, go ahead, say no. I said CD Projekt Red just to throw a third party that with a lot of clout in there. What if they decided to talk to Activision and yank Blizzard from them? What if they talk to EA and yank BioWare from them? They have the money to get them to listen. Man. Will they do it? I don't know if they will. More importantly, I don't know if EA or Activision will allow it. the studios themselves are not as valuable as the IPs are. As much as you say Blizzard. When you say Blizzard, Activision doesn't see Blizzard. They see Diablo, they see Warcraft, they see StarCraft, and they see Overwatch. They want to keep the IPs. But Microsoft has the kind of money that will make Bobby Kotick at least say, can you give me a minute?
Dude, I'm going to be honest,
over with some guys?
Nah, man, I got to be honest, dude. This is going to be a big ass shit that's going to be happening now with Xbox. Being now that Xbox is already around the corner too, you can purchase the new system, and now this went down. I say sales are going to go high, dude. High. At first, I was like, yeah, I don't think nobody's going to be buying the Xbox after all the shit that went through the previous week. But now I'm actually convinced that the Xbox is going to sell out ASAP. Like, really fast.
I don't know about sell out. I know, yeah, by the way, the pre-order starts tomorrow.
Oh, okay. Well, let everybody know.
But, like, okay, so the first part of me was saying, as a business move, this is brilliant. Mm-hmm. Microsoft just got themselves into the conversation in a way that I was thinking they were doing it, but I didn't expect it to be this big. And Xbox fans have to be overjoyed. Yeah. The second part of this, the second part of me that says this is horrible for customers.
Okay.
Because now our choices in consoles has been reduced even further. People who were Team Xbox but were bitching that they couldn't play Spider-Man. Well, that's one side. Now it's coming from the other side. Now you have Team Blue people sitting there and saying, well, fuck, does that mean that I can't play Elder Scrolls 6 now? It's a big thing.
It is,
then
man.
There was the asshole in me that said, but wait a minute, Bethesda hasn't done shit for the last 2 years other than Doom Eternal. Is this really a big deal?
It's man, I don't know, man. It's fucking crazy. But now here's my main question. Another one that's actually going to lead to the next topic. Now with this whole thing with Bethesda being bought with Xbox and all that good stuff, and now supposedly we're going to probably get a bigger library. How will this affect now the Xbox app that it's going to let you play the Xbox, Series X and load it up faster and all that stuff that's out right now on Android? How will that, work around that?
I don't really know. I know that it's supposed to help me set the Xbox Series X up faster. I'm not sure how. Is it going to be like, I remember the big deal behind the Xbox app before on my Android that was basically like an extension of the Xbox One.
I always had it, but I never used it.
I used it a little, and it wasn't that big of a deal. But this is you make it sound like setup on the Xbox Series X is going to be so complicated that you need an app. Which, I mean, for as long as consoles have existed, setting up a console is as easy as plugging it in and plugging it into the TV. Indeed.
And all you got to put is your account.
There's a few extra steps. Now you put in your Microsoft account, and if you don't have one, you have to create one. So that's one extra step. Two, you have to put it on your network first. But you make it sound like setting up a Series X is going to be this complicated procedure that you need a companion app in order to do. I wouldn't put much thought into it. I guess it's a good idea, especially since there's going to be, cloud gaming with Game Pass Ultimate. So having it on Android is just a useful extra step.
I guess.
But I wouldn't go nuts on it. No, I noticed that it's still not on iOS.
So we're not?
It's not, the Game Pass Ultimate is still not going to be on iOS. Because, it's going to be eventually, but it's being delayed because Apple requires that Microsoft list every single game that's going to be in Game Pass Ultimate individually on their fucking app store. Which I think is absolutely ridiculous, but listen, it's Apple's world.
It is. It definitely is. Like right now, I downloaded the beta of the whole, what's it called? The Xbox Shit, what's it called? I had it right here.
Game Pass Ultimate.
There we go. The Game Pass Ultimate, but the beta. I just downloaded it right now. I just entered my credentials and stuff like that on it right now, and it looks pretty neat. You got 3 choices. You got the cloud gaming, you have console and PC, and you could just scroll within it and choose a game you want to play and whatnot, and just go for it and play.
I have it on my phone because I got the beta. I mean, I'm an absolute sucker for geek stuff like this.
Yeah.
But I have no. First of all, I work from home, so I'm never out. Why would I have to take my games on the go? I have them in front of me.
Yeah.
And second is, why would I want to play it on my phone?
That's what that's something I never understood though. That people do that. They want to play on their phone. I mean,
I get it. They have controllers that you can mount the phone onto, and you have a sort of kind of a cobbled together experience. You can play it.
Yeah.
I don't know that it's something that I'd like to do. Even if I did go out and like say if I was on a bus or a train or something, and I had the ability to play these games, would I on a cell phone? I don't know. I mean, there are people that do, and for them, this will be great.
Oh, I bet. I don't know.
But now after this whole thing of them acquiring Bethesda, I'm waiting for I'm waiting for the next shoe to drop. You always say wait for the other shoe to drop. I think that Microsoft is a freaking Leviathan with 40 tentacles, and each tentacle has a shoe. So I'm waiting for the next shoe to drop.
I don't know.
Remember months ago how they were talking about that they could envision Game Pass on Nintendo Switch?
Yeah, I remember. That very vividly.
I can see that being next. I can see them saying, "Oh yeah, you can have Game Pass on Nintendo Switch. That way you can finally play EA games on there because EA doesn't support Switch very well." I can see that. You're
not wrong, but I don't know, man. Jeez, but could you? All right, being that Xbox did this, do you think that PlayStation is going to try to do something similar to what they just did right now? Because to me, this feels like kind of like a cat and mouse game. Like right now, they did this, so they're kind of looking back at PlayStation, going, "The ball's in your court now, son. You do what you gotta do."
I'm not going to say that PlayStation won't do it. I find it very unlikely that they'll do it. The reason why is that PlayStation's model depends entirely on selling you software, selling you games. And I don't see Sony going day and date with a service like Microsoft does. It devalues PlayStation Now, and it devalues the games in their eyes. Remember, they sell these games at a loss. They have to make up the software. They have to make up the money in software sales because they don't have Microsoft's money.
I just had a thought, and it is because of Agent Joe. You know how he was mentioning about why does PlayStation make a PlayStation Platinum type of thing?
Yes.
Why? I mean, they can do something like that, and it's combining both PlayStation Now and PlayStation Plus together to make a PlayStation Platinum. And you pay, I guess, a little more than normal, but you're gonna have access to both worlds, where you get to play all these games from the PlayStation library, plus you get to download the games or whatever you need, the 2 free games you get every month, plus the access you need to play online. What do you think about PlayStation doing something like that? I mean, to me that sounds kind of like that would be kind of a genius. Again, I'm taking this from Joe's idea, but I just turned it to this now with PS Pro. What the fuck? You know what I'm talking about. Well, not PS Platinum, but combining PS Plus with PS Now. Not now.
Yeah, PS Plus with PS Now.
Yeah. Okay. There.
That would be the logical next step. Mm-hmm. That would be a way for Sony to compete with what Microsoft's offering. But I say again, it's a problem because Sony right now can't do what Microsoft does. Microsoft's able to lose millions of dollars on Xbox and still keep it going because Microsoft itself, the company, is not hurting. They're making billions of dollars everywhere else. They can afford to have one or two loss leaders. They can have one or two divisions that don't make the money or might lose some money just so they can have this huge portfolio of services. Sony can't do that. PlayStation is their most money-making division. If it wasn't for PlayStation, Sony would probably be bankrupt.
Yeah.
Sony Music's not doing that well, and neither is Sony Pictures. Matter of fact, the only thing that Sony Pictures has going for it is Spider-Man, and that's because Marvel jumped in. So if Sony were to go and say, all right, let's lose the software sales that we would get by copying what Microsoft does, they would take a huge financial hit, I would think. The amount of money that they would get in subscriptions wouldn't make up for the fact that, all of a sudden, the next God of War doesn't sell 7 million copies. Because why would it? You can get it on whatever that new PlayStation service is called, PlayStation Platinum, let's say.
Yeah. Which will be a genius idea. And again, I'm saying this because I guess I have that type of ego.
But
I hope they're listening to our shit and they're like, those fuckers have a great idea. Which, by the way, folks, if it does happen, remember, your boys over here made it happen. Merry Christmas.
But no, if it does happen, it's a bad thing.
Why?
I'm telling you, Sony can't deal with losing that much money in sales because they're offering it for essentially free on a service. 7 million copies are sold. 7 million copies at $60, let's say, because I want to have the dream that the prices don't go up.
Okay.
But fuck it, let's say 7 million copies at $70. That's $490 million in sales. Wait, I'm gonna check myself because I don't trust my math. It's almost 9 o'clock and I don't do math past 9 o'clock. Times 70. Oh shit! The calculator in my brain works right. $490 million.
Oh my God! Wow!
Jesus Christ.
Like obviously they're gonna get all $490 million as profit, but are you gonna say they're gonna give up that kind of money to offer it on a service that you only pay $15 a month?
No.
Yeah, I mean
shit.
they can make the money over time, but for a company that needs to have good sales in order to prop up the parent company, that's a huge gamble. Would it be good for them? I think it'll be good for consumers overall. I
Indeed.
think customers would appreciate the ability to have a service that lets them, that gives them access to games. My friend, the one that was thinking about maybe getting a Series S because it's for her son, and her son doesn't care for really demanding titles.
Okay.
She likes the idea of not only paying only $300 for a console, but $300 for a console that has a ready library of games, and that she can finance through Microsoft and pay it off over 2 years at $25.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. I don't
Even
see
if you don't want to do a Series S, you want to do a Series X. Again, a person who's starting from the ground up. Say Agent Joe right now decides, all right, he can't live without Bethesda. He can go pre-order his Series X, finance it, so he pays it like he pays his cell phone, and without having to buy a single game at the start, already has access to about 100-something games.
That's a
hell of a value proposition.
That is a hell of a value right there. But
Sony
I don't
doesn't
know.
need to compete with that, but if they do, they run the risk of bankrupting themselves.
But you know what, man? I will love to see what our viewers think about this, and I would love to engage in a conversation with them. Actually, not even I, more like we, because of course I like to add you to everything with us.
All I'm gonna do is burp Fireball and say, "Hey, I'm right," because I'm ignorant like that.
Because it's fine though. But I would love to have a conversation with everybody down in the description down below and see your point of view on this topic. And, you know, pretty much on the Microsoft subject, because it is going to be the Microsoft train, technically, almost. Microsoft made Todd Howard his own Xbox game to celebrate his Lifetime Achievement Award. Bethesda Studios head Todd Howard has an Xbox game made just for him, and it exists solely to award both the easiest and the hardest 1,000 achievement points out there. Willie, what the hell just happened here? Like with Todd Howard here, what's going on?
I thought it was a stupid stunt, but I looked into it and I read the article, and it's actually kind of funny.
So it's more like what, like a spoof?
Sort of, kind of. It's based on a joke that Todd Howard himself made.
Oh, please continue.
Back when he won a Lifetime Achievement Award at GDC 2016, and he had made a joke saying that he wanted to have lifetime 1,000 points pop up as an achievement.
Okay.
And all Microsoft did was made it happen. So it's kind of funny. Still sucks because now he has 1,000 more achievement points than I do. Well, not true. He probably only has 1,000 total. You think he plays the games on the Xbox?
I kind of doubt it. Oh, maybe he does. Maybe a couple test runs and stuff like that. But who knows?
Maybe he does. I'll never catch Major Nelson, though. That motherfucker. But, yeah, I mean, I thought it was silly, but it's actually kind of funny.
That's hilarious, man.
Now, let's talk about something that's not funny.
Go.
Sorry, Agent Joe. I gotta do this to you. Marvel Spider-Man PS5 Remaster is not getting a physical release.
Oh, I think this is the cue for this.
That stings.
Yeah, just a tad.
Okay, so let's talk about the details of this. We all know, well, Sony made the announcement that there was going to be a PS5 remaster of the original Marvel Spider-Man, and it was going to be included in the Ultimate Edition bundle for Spider-Man Miles Morales. Fine and dandy. The thing is that Sony clarified now and said it's only going to be available digitally. On top of that, you cannot carry over your progress from the original game. So you do have to play the game from scratch.
Talk about go fuck yourself.
Now, that last part, I do not care.
But still,
the original game is still awesome to play, and the ability to play it from the beginning again, I have no problems with that. I have no problems with that for two reasons. One, it's a great game to play, and I would love to play it again. And B, that means separate trophy list, so I can have 2 platinums for the same game. Listen, I'm a platinum whore. We've discussed this already.
You're just...
But yeah.
Damn it, Willie.
So there's a positive for me, but it's nothing but negative for poor old Agent Joe. And I feel for him, but what the hell? That's why I say, never fanboy. They will find a way to hurt you.
Man, I'm telling you, that right there, I know Agent Joe is going to be pissed.
He will not be happy.
He's not. Yeah, right now he's probably like punching a wall into like the 3rd degree right now. So it's fucking crazy.
I can imagine that the moments before he heard this podcast, he was listening to what we were talking about. Willie brought up some good points about the Xbox and Bethesda and all that, and he heard this part, and now I think he broke out the bottle of Johnny Walker Blue. Because this is a Johnny Walker Blue moment. You have to break out the best stuff in order to sulk in your own sorrows.
Yeah, you need to, because that's bad. It's bad. But
oh well.
But oh well, to say. Now we also have Halo Infinite Delay has allowed the 343 Industries to add new features to the Xbox exclusive. I mean, wasn't it the point in the beginning?
No, the point in the beginning. The point in the beginning was people were upset because they thought that Halo Infinite looked like trash in its trailer.
Hmm.
Would it be better, to I don't know. I hate playing two sides of everything, but the one thing I'm thinking about is, instead of trying to bring new stuff up, how about you just make the stuff that's there better?
Yeah, I totally agree. That's why I was thinking about, because they, after the whole thing, they had to be delayed because of the whole, malware bites, malware,
Oh no,
human
no,
malware.
not malware bites. That would be pretty horrible. If after playing Halo, you need to put malware bites on your Xbox.
That's fucked up.
But it's funny.
It is. But during the whole human malware thing.
That's an IT joke for you there.
Yeah, for those, I'm going to tell you right now, I'm going to take a wild guess at the 7 that's listening. Like 3 of them are laughing because they know for a fact that's IT.
The only one that's laughing is Jose, and that's because cousin Jose is IT, just like us.
Damn right he is, and he has to, because it's too much fun.
But yeah, I mean, yes, it would be good to add some new features. If you wanna make the game even more epic, or have more stuff, but get the core features right.
Yeah. Like, for instance, being that we're talking about Halo Infinite with the whole delay and whatnot, that adding new features, here's one that's kind of not an adding feature, but it's something in that nature. And it's about Cyberpunk 2077 story will be slightly shorter than The Witcher 3, following complaints from players. Which, this is something I know that we, as in you and I and cousin Jose, talked about within our chat room about the game's getting longer now lately.
Well, first, let's get into the story first.
Okay, fine. So Cyberpunk 2077 will have a shorter campaign than The Witcher 3 because a tremendous amount of people never finished it, and leading to a lot of complaints. So I'm still kind of baffled about that. Like, the fact that people are complaining about a game that's too long, and you have side missions and a bunch, and it's an open world, of course. But why would they complain? It's a game. Just do it. Just
but the
play
thing
the
is
game.
this.
Go ahead.
The thing is this. You have to remember that a game is meant to be entertainment, and it's stuff that you get to play, in your spare time. As much as I love the complexity of games like Skyrim or Witcher 3 or Ghost of Tsushima, bruh, I got shit to do. Games like The Witcher, and I have to put Skyrim in there because Skyrim is the king of this. It's so much for you to do in the game that it feels like Jesus. Like, for people who like to complete their games, all of a sudden this has become a second job. Sometimes it's cool to have a game that you either play in short spurts or that you just play real quick. Like, all right, here's the game. It's about 4 hours long. Let me knock this bastard out.
Okay.
Maybe I need 2 sessions because I don't have enough time today. But something simple. Like, I'm always going to point to Portal. Portal is a phenomenal game, and it's very short. Like, it's okay to have a game that gives you the fun in bite-sized chunks. You play Portal, you have a couple of hours, you sit there, you break your head with the puzzles, you laugh along with GLaDOS, and you have a good time.
Okay.
It's okay to have those kind of games. Yeah. Give me the 40+ hour, 80+ hour games like Skyrim and Witcher 3. But also keep in mind that we're not all dedicated to playing games 8, 10, 12 hours a day.
What do you say one of these games, let's say like Skyrim and all this, if there had more save points, will that be something more better for the gamer?
It's not a matter of save points. Skyrim has plenty of save points.
Okay.
The problem is that you find yourself immersed in this game where things jump at you from 40 different directions. You look at your quest log, and it's practically the freaking Declaration of Independence. And it's like like I love that, because when I get into games, I love like totally immersing myself, and I can see myself drowning in the game. But other people see that and might get overwhelmed.
I can see why. I can see why though.
Just in the beginning of games like Witcher 3 and Skyrim, 2 hours in, you filled your quest log. Because as you're walking, people will just come up to you and ask you for favors, or you'll stumble onto something. My favorite one in Skyrim is when there's a dog that comes up to you. I don't know if you ever read that story that I posted once on social media. It was a story that was like so harrowing, because the guy found a dog. It's a quest line where you find a dog.
Okay. And
the dog lost its owner, and you don't want to just leave the dog there. The dog starts following you around. Now you want to give the dog a home. So it becomes this whole mess of trying to find a home for the dog, and the dog won't stay in the home because it needs somebody there to that will play with him. And so you have to adopt a child, or you have to get married to adopt a child. And it's insane. And things like that, a side quest. You think, oh, I'll knock this out in 5 minutes. 4 hours later, and you're still in the side quest chain.
Okay, that's fucking long.
That's extremely overwhelming. And games that do that, that's great. There's a group of people like me that enjoy games like that. But every once in a while, I'd like a small game, like a Neon Abyss, or my friend Pedro. Smaller games that I get like quick burst of adrenaline from, and then I can put it down and say, okay, I'm good. There's a market for that. And too many big titles want to be like games that consume your whole life.
I mean, I get it that they want to make this big and like this big story that you could just play and just get lost in that world. I get it. But you did nail something like right in the head, and it was that, we don't have that time. We're busy people, and I'm not just talking about we in general. I'm talking about we as in everybody in this whole world. There's more things to do than just sit there 4 to 5 hours trying to help a freaking dog out, like they say right now.
Oh no, that quest line that I'm telling you about will take days.
Oh,
because you have to woo the person that you want to marry enough to get to a point where they will marry you, and then you have to go and adopt a child, which gets complicated because you get to the orphanage and you have to kill the matron of the orphanage, and now all of a sudden you can't adopt the kids. So you have to do more quests to be able to adopt the kid, and then you have to hope that the kid likes the dog.
Oh yeah, you see, right there, that's too much work for me. That's why I'll just stick to Mario Brothers. Right there, you just told me all this. I'm like, I have to woo a woman, dude. I'm already dealing with one woman as it is, two. But I'm not gonna be sitting there going.
Say that a little bit louder so you can get concussed.
Oh no, I said it loud enough because I'm alone right now. This is why I'm saying it right now.
You have to deal with me? Is that what our marriage is? You motherfucker! Oh yeah, I want to hear that one. I'm gonna hear about you in the news.
Look, I'll tell you this right now. This is when you hear, well, this is brought to you by D2D. I'm gonna be going away for a long time.
I'm gonna be going to Disney for a week.
But still, I get it. Life is too complicated. There's a lot to do in this world right now than to sit there for 6 days to take care of a freaking dog, kill an orphanage, and do a bunch of other things, or just to get a freaking dog adopted to a family.
Mind you, that's a completely optional quest. It is not part of the main storyline, but they throw a dog on you. And
no, they can keep that shit.
Oh, you don't take this quest, the dog's going to suffer because he's going to be homeless, and it's going to be your fault.
Good thing I don't have a soul, because I'll be like, well, I guess I'm going.
You absolutely do.
No, I don't.
You cried at the end of Spider-Man.
Shut up, bro.
Spider-Man.
Shut up.
You haven't played. Oh my God, you haven't played Spider-Man.
No, I haven't. That's why I'm like, shut up.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have to get this man to play Spider-Man.
He needs
to find a soul.
Dude,
we can
be
we can be the Wizard of Oz. We can give we can give Punisher his soul. Fuck the brain. He's done with forget about the brain. That's a wash. Let's get him a soul.
Fine. All right, fuck it. You know what? Once I get Spider-Man in my hands, because I got both of them. It's coming in. Once I get those 2 games with my PS5, I'm going to do a live play. And I'm going to play it with camera on me, whatever the fuck it is. You're going to see my reactions, which, you know, I'm infamous for. And if that ending says what it's saying it's going to do, because hands down, guys, I've never really fucking played the game. I'm dying to it. But, again, time. And
don't spoil it, guys.
No, I'm not. They better not. I just know for a fact I want to see the game. I've never even seen the end. I've never seen the ending. I don't even know who the baddies are in this game, to be honest.
They better not.
I've been away from the game. I've been literally not watching a lot of things just to make sure that I don't get too spoiled. Even though the game's been out for a good while, but
you
still.
Need to play it, I can lend it to you after you play Resident Evil 7 in VR.
Oh, fucking A. Fine, we'll do that. We'll do that when we get in person with, again, cameras so they can see all this shit. Because it's going to go down.
We have to do this when all this human malware shit stops. Yeah. Because you already went through it.
Yeah, I already did. It was no picnic, but I did it.
Well, I mean, this is of course not a picnic. But yeah, I mean, I get it. Let's say with the life that you live. Oh. My nephew, when I bought Spider-Man, he told me he wanted to play it so bad. He's like, "Oh my god, awesome! I'm gonna beat this game in one day."
Okay.
I laughed. Let's see if you can do it.
I'll see. I'm not gonna do one day. I'm gonna play it. I got things to do too. Shit, I gotta take care of this house. I got work to do. I gotta do the podcast. I gotta talk to you guys, and of course, other things we do in the chat room, which will not be discussed here. But yes, and yeah, you know it. Yeah. Mm-hmm. But guys, I want to tell you, thank you so much for joining us all the way to the end of this podcast. You know, it's been an amazing ride. And again, I want to tell you guys that this segment is brought to you by D2D. Use promo code MIAGeeks10 to save 10% on your next purchase order. That's MIAGEEKS 10. All in caps, description down below. Copy, paste, go to the site. You know what I got to do. You guys know what to do. And as always, like, comment, subscribe. Hit that notification button just to know when we come up with this amazing news, which is 3 times a week. 2 gaming, 1 movie. And as always, guys, thank you so much. And we'll see you next time. Peace.
Don't spoil the game.
You heard him. Don't spoil it.
Ah.